It is a surreal feeling knowing that this is actually, genuinely the last episode of this series. Like, there's nothing after this. Like when I finished the main game, I knew I had at least several things I wanted to do left. I knew I had the entirety of the Godmasters DLC to look forward to. But after this episode, there's nothing left. Well, nothing within reason anyway, but I'll get to that. But this series will be over after this episode. This is the last one. It's kind of strange. But you know, I think I'm ready to let this game lie. I'm ready to say goodbye to Hollow Knight, say goodnight to Hallownest once and for all. How you doing? You've already said this. But I was told that you have some new dialogue. Oh, yes!
These petals, so white. Can you see them too, watching me from wherever you are? Perhaps dreams aren't such bad things after all.
What? Excuse me? Perhaps dreams aren't such bad things after all. Huh. I have a feeling we'll understand more with the final ending. But is he talking about, like, we've established before that he knows someone that died. But I don't know. I'll get more speculative on that in a little while. Right now, I've got someplace I want to visit. Good seeing you again, buddy. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. Huh. Neat. Well, it's only natural. Only natural that I'd be able to do that. Because why would I harm myself? Yeah. Been doing more thinking on the whole situation. Ah, the light. No. I've been doing more thinking on the situation. And one thing that I need to go look at is over here. This big skeleton apparently has more Dreamnail dialogue. Lord of Shades. And that's what we are. More than just the god of the void. Apparently, from what I've heard, we're not just the god of the void. We are the god of gods. The god of all of the pantheon. We are the god of gods. The highest and mightiest god in the pantheon. And with that, it gets me thinking on some more theorizing, you know? It makes me think more along the lines of we, as the god of gods, act as a sort of equalizer. Like, why would the highest, mightiest god in the pantheon take a form like this? Why would that god go about in such a minuscule, diminished form, having to gain back all its powers by attuning itself back to its own godliness? Why would they do that? And my thoughts on it is, maybe we only come about every so often when the pantheon needs like equalized, like when a god is out extending their reach, like the Radiance was, when a god is literally just causing trouble for all the rest of existence and the rest of the pantheon. Like the Radiance was. She was doing a lot of bad stuff with this whole infection thing. Whether or not she intended the infection to be as bad as it was, things still needed sorting out. Sorting out in a way that not sealing her away would do. Not consuming her and just getting rid of her would do. But more than that, completely absorbing her into ourselves. Here's what I think happened to the Radiance in that ending that we got in the last episode. Rather than just being consumed, we didn't just eat her. We stole her domain. We took what was hers. Dreams. We took her. We took the power of dreams and influence over minds. And that's why the glowy stuff with where the infection was pouring out went from glowy orange to black, because we literally stole her domain. And that gets me wondering. If we, as the God of Gods, are able to steal another god's domain, are able to equalize the pantheon when one of the gods is stepping out of line, is that what happened to the pale worm? Did we eat the pale worm? Is that what happened here? Did we well, we do... Wrong button. We do have the King's brand, the Monarch's wings. I feel like that's what happened. Maybe. I thought I was always under the impression that it was just self-imposed exile, but no. Maybe before all this happened, we came back another time. Like, probably just came right out of the void, and just before the Radiance started breaking free again, we came out, and like the Pale Worm was trying to, from what I gather at least, was trying to establish a monotheism. Like fuck the rest of the entire pantheon. I'm the only one that should be worshipped. It's stuff like that, and then we probably came along and it's just like, you know what? No, I'm gonna eat you. And then we went back to the void. Well, we went back to ourselves. We went back into the abyss and stayed there until another god started causing trouble, which being the Radiance with all the infection thing. And honestly, I think that makes a bit more sense than the Pale Worm just being like, oh, everything's fucked, might as well leave. No, we came along and sorted things out. That makes a lot more sense. At least I think so. Okay, where do I want to go? There are several things I want to do, but I don't know where to start. Gosh, where should I start? Fucking... You know what? We'll start here. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm gonna go with the thought that if you're a god that's fucked up bad enough for the god of gods to say, all right, time to eat you, you've probably gotten your domain taken. Like we became the king of Hallownest. So the god king of Hallownest, that we became that. We stole that domain. And then with consuming the radiance, we became the god of the god of dreams. So maybe that's what the Elder Bug was alluding to. Maybe dreams aren't that bad after all. Maybe it was just the radiance being a bit too, you know. Why am I here? Well, I was told that we should try to beat Ogrim a couple more times. I'm gonna go ahead and try that. Alright. Aww. My king! I believe... Oh, my king! I believe in you! I believe in Hallownest! My devotion will never falter! Buddy. And 3 damage. I'm not promising I'll keep doing this, I'll give it a couple tries. I've stated my piece on bosses who just do scale damage. It's a cheap tactic. Yeah, I think I've been at this long enough. I don't want to turn my thoughts on Ogrim into my thoughts on Grey Prince Zote. I really don't want to hate this guy. I'll admit I am backing out of this one. But I may do it in my free time, figure out what he has to say, and just, you know, love this guy more, because he's too pure. He is pure, friend. He deserves to sleep well. He's been through a lot of bad stuff. But yeah, if you want to know what all he has to offer, I'm sorry, but you won't find out here. That I'm gonna leave for you to find out yourself. Or, you know, look it up. At the end of the day, like, how much are you really willing to put up with, you know? Oh, hey, brother. You're the cutest thing. You always are. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah. Like someone said it well enough already. This game really loves to put you through extreme hell for very little. And you know, I'm willing to go through the pantheon of Hallownest for a new ending, a better ending, honestly, which I will touch on soon. But I don't know if I'm willing to fight a super boss with 3 times escalated damage, then probably 4 times, 5 times, and 6 times escalated damage. Just for a line or two of sad dialogue. So yeah, we're gonna move on. All right. So, fuck. I know that's a strong way of coming back, but fuck. On the topics, Of things I refuse to do in this game, let's start off strong. The Path of Pain. You know why? Because I just wasted 4 hours of my life on that shit. 3 hours in the same fucking room, and I'm not doing it again. Fuck that. I deleted the file. And I know someone's going to say, "Oh, Blight, you can do it. You beat the Pantheon of Hallownest. You can totally do it." Yeah, I probably, maybe. I don't care though. I don't want to do it. I did not promise that I would do it. Where the fuck am I going? For the love of God. I need a new controller. I may as well take the stag station. I did not promise that I would do it, like I did the Pantheon of Hallownest. I don't want to do the Path of Pain. It is appropriately named. It is the Path of Pain. It is legitimate torture. I know for a fact I was in the last room. Hold up. What the hell is there? What is there? There's a part of the stag station that there's a part of the stagways that's not lit up, and I'm just like, oh, is that something that I missed somehow? I don't know, and I don't care anymore. It was pain. It was hell. You know what it was? It was the feeling of dying. I felt like I was actually dying during that. Like all of my mood just completely fucked. It was just the most painful, agonizing thing I've ever done. Like, even, honestly, more painful than the Pantheon of Hallownest. I'd rather do the Pantheon of Hallownest another 20 times instead of doing that shit again. Holy fuck. At least the Pantheon of Hallownest gives me 2 endings to look forward to. I wanted this finale to be, like, positivity. Like, just bittersweet, oh man, this game was awesome, and it feels bad to say goodbye to it. But at this point, I want to lay this thing to rest myself. So I'm not doing the Path of Pain, because I just wasted 4 hours of my recording time doing it. And then only to get fucking stomped out by the fucking most ridiculous bullshit that this game has ever expected of anyone. Like, I don't even think it was like I made the jokes like, oh, the Pantheon of Hallownest is not meant to be beaten. But no, it is. It's just a matter of getting it down. But that was, I don't even know what to say about that. That was hell. That was the feeling of emotional death. And there were just points where I was just completely silent because, like, I would just with this feeling of, oh my god, this game is trying to kill me. I'm going to die if I keep doing this. Number 2. Again, I probably didn't say this before, but these are in no particular order. I just wanted to say my piece on the Path of Pain first. Number 2, White Defender. I've said my piece on escalating difficulty bosses. I'm sure that there's a lot of amazing stuff hidden like behind his 2-hit kill shit, but I don't want to hate him. I don't want to hate him. And so I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry, but I'm at my wit's end. I'm genuinely at the point of saying, you know what? I've done enough. I didn't go into this intending to complete it. I went into this just looking to play a cool game that was voted on by my wonderful subscribers. But for the love of God, I can only do so much. Okay. You know what? I don't think this is. I can sit at a better bench. Yeah, I did not go into this intending to complete it. I did not go into this intending to find all the lore. I just went into it. Honestly, I expected this series to be like 25 episodes long. I would have never expected it to go to 71 episodes. Again, like just my ranting makes it seem like I hate this game now, but I really don't. There are just things about this game that I hate. Honestly, it's just those few things that I'm just like, you know what? I wish this wasn't in the game. I wish this wasn't as ridiculously difficult as it was. Like, what the fuck? Does Celebra's blessing not work on this bench? That's incredibly weird. How did I do this again? Oh yeah. Number 2. Well, I already said number 2. Number 3. Fighting Grey Prince Zote until I get the golden statue, apparently. I don't fucking care. Why the hell would I do that? Number 4. The bindings. Pantheon of... Any of the pantheons with the bindings. I don't want to do that. I will not do that. That sounds like pain. And like I said in the last episode, there comes a point where I need to think about my health. I am genuinely in pain. Just from all this screaming and suffering that I've done. Not just with the Pantheon of Hallownest, but with the Path of Pain. I tried. I promise you guys, I fucking tried. But I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm beyond the point where I can even think, where even any part of me is like, oh yeah, I could totally do that. No, I'm beyond that. I am beyond the want to even attempt it. I am just no. Whoa. Okay, this is new.
Mother's treasure to scary. Go away.
Okay. Is he talking? Is she talking about Trash God over here? Yo, Trash God, you got a distant admirer. give the delicate flower. Whether or not you guys have voted for me to just watch the ending and react to it, I still think we should at least give them the flower, because I want to see some. Because I definitely want to see some new dialogue.
Oh, an offering? Yes, the crawler makes an offering to us. Rare bloom, tiny and pure, no god though, no godliness, but still. What does crawler ask for in return? To touch our thick gleaming hide?
Hey now, I was just saying the other episode that I didn't want this channel to go full NSFW. Just chill with your shit. Oh my.
To see the exquisite face beneath our mask, such strange prayers. No, crawler presumes too much. The gift is ours, kept by us, but our mysteries will be preserved. Gods, many shapes they assume. This bloom, then, a splinter, cast off, refuse of something greater. No tune. If it sings, we cannot hear it.
Alright then. So. Yeah. I think it's 5 things I'm not gonna do. Like, in general, not even attempt. Like, not even in my own time am I going to attempt these. Number 1 being in no particular order, number 1 being the Path of Pain. I tried it, wasted so much of my time, nothing but pain, felt like I was dying. Number 2, fighting Ogrim more, and also number 3, fighting Grey Prince Zote more, because I've said my piece on bosses with escalating difficulty. I'm sure Ogrim has more to say. I'm sure he does. But for the love of God, I don't want to fight him anymore. Number 4. Oh, the pantheons with the bindings. I don't want to do that. They were painful enough as is. No, thank you. And number 5. Apparently, you get some sort of small rewards for beating all of the bosses in the Hall of the Gods on each of the 3 difficulties. Not doing it on Radiant, not doing it on Ascended or whatever. Maybe I'll do the first difficulty, I don't know. Probably not in this series though. I've got to end this. And this episode's probably going to end up being shorter than the rest of this. Shorter than the rest, but there's really nothing much I can do. Again, I tried to do I fought Ogrim for a bit. I tried to do the Path of Pain, but no. First of all, that file was like 70 gigs. I'm just like, fuck no. And then I have to reprocess it, and I'm pretty sure I don't have the storage for that. Alright, so I realized some things that we can do to make this finale a bit more interesting, because, you know, I'm not gonna make myself go crazy with the stuff that I was thinking, oh hey, I beat the Pantheon of Hallownest, nothing else in this game should be able to fucking... Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. And I want to say another thing on the matter of the Path of Pain. again, I know I can probably do it if, you know, if I'm not on a timer. Like the timer of, I only have this much time to record, and I want to get other things done, you know? So, yeah, if I ever feel like, hey, I can come back to this game, I can, whenever I'm streaming, you know? Whenever I'm able to start streaming, if I ever get the inclination that, hey, I want to go back to Hollow Knight, I want to at least try the Path of Pain on stream. Let you guys see how much of a nightmare that is. But yeah, I have a few ways we can make this finale just a bit more interesting. So I'm gonna be going in and out of this big friend here a couple times. This may take a little while, but there's a rare thing that can happen. There are a lot of really esoteric secrets in this game that you really wouldn't know about unless you just happen to stumble upon it. Or, you know, someone told you about it. Yes. Yes, Splinter, God, maybe, probably not. We'll see. But yeah, I may be at this for a little while, but, why do I keep doing that? I'm gonna keep messing up like that, I swear. But yeah. While I'm going in and out, I may as well, before we do anything else, say my thoughts on the ending that we did get, the Embrace the Void ending, and really speak on what I think actually happened after we consumed the Radiance and, in my thoughts, stole her domain. Because I've already talked about that. I've already talked about my thoughts on what's going on there. So after that, did I already speak about how that, the Godseeker getting completely engulfed and devoured by us is probably what they wanted? Yeah, I'm thinking that they were seeking the god of gods, the god above all gods, the one true attuned super awesome guy, and that was us. They were seeking us all along, and we came. And so in consuming the Godseeker, consuming Godhome, attuning all of the power of Hallownest to our godly being, it's yeah, I think that's what they were looking for in the first place. Us to come and be like, hey, I'm what you're looking for. I'm the god of gods. Hello. Time to eat you. Oh, sweet, I'm into that. The Godseeker. The Godseeker's just a big prey for gods. I'm terrible. But anyway, after that, we consumed the Radiance, we consumed the Godseeker, we consumed Godhome. We burst forth out of their corporeal being, probably to just be like, oh hey, here I am, and you're my Rocket Queen, oh yeah. And then all the infection stuff got all dark. Like I said, I believe that's symbolic of us stealing the Radiance's domain, taking literally all of her powers, and making them our own. But after that, Hollow Eniki and Hornet were there at the Black Egg Temple, and I was thinking, why would Hornet go fight him? she said it herself that she wouldn't be going in there. She wouldn't be fighting him. But I took a closer look at that scene. Eniki is coming out of the Black Egg Temple in that scene. He's coming out of it. So he's gotta know, he's gotta understand that the Radiance is gone. That the thing that he was meant to be sealing away is no longer within him. That it has been destroyed, devoured, consumed, taken over, assimilated by something bigger, something more powerful. That there has been some amount of intervention in this whole situation. And when he comes out, it looks like him and Hornet are about to fight. But thinking about it, I don't think that's the case. Honestly, I think it's more of a matter of it probably startled Hornet to see the Hollow Knight actively come out of the Black Egg Temple. Actively come out of his own bindings. Like, of his own volition. So what are you gonna do? So what are you gonna do in a situation where... I did not mean to talk to you. What are you gonna do in a situation where this big, scary dude with a huge sword is just like, oh, hey, I'm coming out of my huge house here. You're gonna be like, ah, fuck. Spooked me. So, I don't think, like, at first I was just racking my mind thinking, why would Hornet have to fight him? But then I thought of it, maybe she doesn't. Maybe she... I don't need to talk to you. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe it's just a matter of... She didn't expect that to happen, so startled and get ready for a fight, because they don't need to fight. Brain... Okay, the situation is that to use the dream nail is Y, and that's the top button. That's the top face button. And to talk to them is up on directionally. So I get it just crosses the wires sometimes. Also, it's the fact that you typically think when you're going up to an NPC, you're thinking, oh, I gotta talk to them, and this is how I talk to them, you know? But yeah, I don't think Hornet is intending to fight them. I don't think, because it's not necessary. She wouldn't need to. She wouldn't need to fight the Hollow Knight because the infection is gone. The radiance is gone. We fully took over the domain of dreams and light and infection. And honestly, oh, here it is. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'll get back onto that. That's terrifying. Temporary tuning device built of a carapace. Shit, no. Fuck!
Savage! Intruder! No right thou hast to trespass within such sacred memory! Begone! Begone!
Ah, fuck! I fucked it up! Fuck! I was supposed to talk to them first. And you can't do that. You can't do that to me. Like, I hate that. I really hate when something's just like, oh, hey, here's a thing. But if you do something wrong, you'll miss the shit that you fucking... Okay. Okay, let me see how badly I fucked that up. After entering it for the first time, this area cannot be entered again. I fucked up. Ugh. I hate when that happens. I hate when shit like that happens. When it's just like, oh hey, what if someone who wasn't willing to go look this stuff up found that just out of random, and was just like, oh hey, I'll go look at this thing before I talk to them over there. You should at least be allowed to exhaust the dialogue before it kicks you out. Permanently, might I add. Okay. Here's what they would have said if we had talked to them and dream-nailed them.
Gods of our future, seek thee we shall to devote our all. These winds carry us to thee, dear gods. What gods to save us of our silent mind?
Okay, from that I extrapolate. At first they were probably seeking the Pale Worm, because the Pale Worm has the ability, well, they had as a godliness, was the ability to grant a higher mind. You know? Like, and I don't know in the canon what a higher mind alludes to, because it seems like at a point there's the mind you gain from being within the godly vicinity of the established domain that was the reach of the Pale Worm's thrall. The mind that you gain from his godly influence, and then there's the mind of a being outside of Hallownest, and that's another interesting thing, that there is apparently a comic that is packaged with the physical version, or I think it's the collector's edition. Probably the collector's edition, I don't know. That is it's a comic. It's apparently a short comic about Quirrell coming back to Hallownest after leaving it for some unknown reason, and apparently leaving Hallownest is what gave him amnesia, but he still had at least what we perceive to be a higher mind, the cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I am, that's how we as thinking living beings perceive a higher mind. But it seemed like he was still thinking, learning. I don't know. I've seen screenshots and a couple of scans, not the whole thing. I'm gonna have to take a look at the whole thing if I want to look more into what this higher mind that the Pale Worm can grant to beings. It's confusing, because it doesn't seem like the Pale Worm is needed for beings to have higher minds, because, I mean, Silksong's happening, and apparently it's in a completely different place, but maybe there are more worms out there. Maybe that's just the godly nature of a worm, to be able to grant this concept of the higher mind, the thinking fully, I don't know, is having a mind and being able to think the same thing in this universe. Because you have to think about it like with domains of gods and the realms of their influence and their power and stuff. Gods of our future, seek thee we shall to devote our all. These winds carry us to thee, dear gods. So they were definitely seeking some kind of place. Okay. Alright. I'm glad I found it, but I'm not glad that it has it's that good old, oh, you found it, but you fucked up. But you fucked up and didn't experience everything that was to be experienced there. So you get kicked out, and then that's it. You don't get to go back to it. I don't know. It frustrates me. I'm glad I found it, but I won't be able to get back to it to actually talk to them. So that's all I really could have done. Okay. Last thing before we get to the poll.
Most holy, most divine, O God of gods, thou return to test thyself upon the lowly, sniveling weaklings serving beneath thee. Permit us to bow and scrape as bugs impotent. As bugs impotent before thy glory. We would give our all to witness again but a moment of thine terrible might.
Oof. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I don't like this. Power, you guys also say the same thing. Seeker of Gods. We've got the pantheons. Are they all unlocked? They're not all unlocked. Again, that door's about doing the bindings. Maybe at some point. I don't know. Oh. We've got all of them here, including this guy. False god conjured by the lonely. Even his goddamn god statues just telling everyone, oh, hey, look at this loser, not even a god. Why is he here? False god. Get out of my pantheon. Alright. Okay, we have all of our charms. Nice. All the charm notches. Nice. Let's just get back my preferred setup. Well, we don't have Celebra's Blessing. Interesting. I mean, we don't really need it. Wait, what else did I have equipped? Oh. Steady body. My fucking bee. Yeah, we'd have to beat all the pantheons again. I think this is just literally just the mode of, hey, come and here's a mode where you can just wait a second. Okay. I literally just have everything that's necessary for fighting all the gods and stuff. I literally just have only the necessary stuff. Interesting. Let me check something. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the pantheon of the masters again, just to give a bit of some interesting stuff. Okay, that won't be too long. There is only hate in my soul for anything that starts with a venge and ends with a fly king. Like, this is legitimately the worst boss in the game. Like all of what I've said, like about Markoth and his random floaty patterns, and the Radiance's ability to just trap you into damage, force you to dodge where she wants you to go. The goddamn Soul Tyrant for wasting all of your time. You know what? Never mind. He's just amongst the worst. Like within the top 5 worst as a Vengeful King.
God of gods! How clear to see! How obvious that diminutive shell doth barely disguise thine overwhelming strength, thine all-consuming glory! Shame beyond shame we failed to perceive such obvious truth. Punish us, O Devourer, crush us, rain, nail, and lash on our pathetic being. We welcome such divine vengeance. Punish this shell, O God of gods. Blast our frail, worthless form to ash. We welcome thine fury. Desire beyond desire.
Whoa. Chill. I'm not a wrathful god. Finally, the respect we deserve.
We bequeath our all, our shell, our minds. We are not but vassal for thee, O glorious God of gods.
Finally, a little respect around here. That's basically what this mode is. It's just the Godseeker content. It's just the Godmaster content. It's just the like exclusively the stuff in Godhome. And you get fucking respect finally. Okay. But first, I'm gonna do it one more time. Because apparently there are dialogues in each of the pantheons, like in both modes, that they will say to you if you return in either the main game mode or in Godseeker. And of course it means having to fight the fucking Vengeful King again for the 50,000th time. Oh well. For the sake of giving at least some really good stuff for this finale, I shall do it! I'll do it for you guys. I'll do it for the sake of having at least something good. Make sure this finale is at least an hour. Hopefully.
God of gods, thou stride atop these lesser things as though they were but mortal bugs. Truly, thou art the one we sought. Our tune rings.
Yeah.
Our tune rings rich with thine brilliance.
just absolutely soaked in our presence. So yeah, that's what's up with Godseeker mode. It's basically just all the pantheon. It's basically just, here, have all of the things necessary for here, have all the charms, all the things that are combat necessary, like full soul vessel, full mask, pure nail, all of the arts, all of the upgraded versions of the spells, shade cloak, mantis claw. When is Crystal Heart useful in combat? Oh well. Monarch wings. I'm pretty sure Lumifly Lantern just lights up some of the darker places. And use Mystere. And have all the right stuff. And just enjoy playing. Enjoy all the boss rush content stuff, all the Godmaster stuff. Alright, so now that there was one more thing I wanted to touch on. Like, things I don't intend to do with this series, since this is the last episode. Oh yeah, Steel Soul mode. Yeah, no. That would... Why would I do that? I mean, it's just the game it's just the exact same game over again, but this time it's a roguelike, so... Well, not roguelike, but it has permadeath mechanics, you know? So yeah, that's an honorary number 6, but I think that's pretty obvious that I'm not going to be doing that, you know, on the series. Maybe in my own time, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be doing that. Not sure. So yeah, now, finally, about those polls.
I love democracy.
Winamp, you're fucking... I don't know. I like Winamp. It's good. I know a lot of people like VLC, or whatever it's called, but I like Winamp. Keeps everything nice and organized. Also, it looks nice. Here we go. No. Nope. Wrong. Ready. We gotta stop meeting like this. I'm starting to think you're into this. But hey, that's fine. Fine by me completely. I certainly enjoy devouring you. What? Okay. Ultra confusion. Okay. I'm not even going to begin to question what the hell just happened. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm glad I didn't go through the Pantheon of Hallownest again just for that. I mean... What the hell? So, we break free. We like, do what we did before. We absorbed the Godseeker. We absorbed Godhome into our godly being. And then all of a sudden, the flower destroys us? Seals us away? Absorbs us? I don't... I like the ending that we got better. A lot more dark tendrils. A lot more black gooiness. A lot more drippy, gooey darkness. It was beautiful. But that ending... I don't know. All it did was confuse me. Like, why would it just all of a sudden decide to, like, destroy or absorb us? Or seal us away? I fucking have no clue. What am I supposed to... Like, we have carried that flower so many times before. Through so much. Why would it, like... How or why would it just automatically just do something different? I'm thinking it... You know... It feels bad, man. Feels bad for this game where every single detail is taken into account. For something to just feel like an ass pull, you know? Honestly, could have done without that ending. Could have done with just, hey, here's Godmaster's DLC. Here's this insanity, and you get one new end, and you get a new ending. And I'd be happy with just one new ending. But why did it? What even? I don't understand. This is the one time where I just have nothing. Where I just have no thoughts on this. Like, okay, Pale Mom warned us about the flower being like, oh, you must not understand what that flower is to hold it so close to you like that. And I'm just like, it's just a flower, Mom. I give it to you. I offer it to you. You don't take it. I offer it to Crazy Girl back there. She didn't take it. I offer it to Trash God here. They take it. I don't know. I genuinely have no idea what's up with that. I can't even begin to formulate some kind of theory on what just happened. I don't know. I genuinely don't know, and I have no theories on what just happened. Again, it just kind of feels like an ass pull. And again, that hurts to say from this game that has taken pretty much every bit of intricacy into consideration. Yeah, I didn't like that ending. It didn't feel right, you know? I like the Embrace the Void ending better. And that's the ending that we got. That's the ending to our story. We be the god of gods. We unleash ourselves. We set things right. I have no idea. It really doesn't make sense to me. I'm gonna stop thinking on it. It just doesn't make sense, okay? That's all I'm going with. It just doesn't make sense. Huh. Okay. That was Hollow Knight. Once I close this game, once I stop this recording, that's it. Hollow Knight's done. Hollow Knight's finished. This series will finally be over. Again, I was intending to save doing like over 60-hour games for when I have the ability to stream. Again, I thought this game would be like 30 episodes tops. But I spent over 2 hours in this game. I've spent over 2 hours in this game. Blight, you are a brilliant, brilliant person. Of course I've spent over 2 hours in this fucking game. 200 hours. Pretty much about. I'd have to check my time again. I didn't expect that. I did not expect that going into this. I didn't expect to do so much with this series. But yeah. It's finally time to have our series finale once and for all. Just happily let it finally have its ending. And I'm super happy about that. Not only because I really want this series to end now, since it's been going on for so long, and I want to get to something else, well, other things, and several other things, but just, we've spent so long with this series that I've explored the world. I know it back and forth. I've had the full Hollow Knight experience, and I don't want it to drag on any longer. Final thoughts? This is easily the best full game that I've played in years. This game, more than any that's come out in like the past, 4-5 years, has just absolutely touched my heart as a person, just understood my feelings, my thoughts, my love, the things that I love, just are fully fleshed out in this game. Just this, it feels like this game understands who I am, what I like, what my interests are, what fuels me as a creative individual, as a person who loves just stuff, just as a person that just loves, and I'm a person that loves, and yet even despite that, there was several points in this game that I did not love. But honestly, that doesn't deter the fact that this is easily within my top 15 favorite games of all time. Top 20? Top 15? I don't know. That would be a really difficult list to make because, it's easily my favorite Metroidvania. Like, if we're thinking of games of the Metroidvania genre, like, we're thinking Castlevania games, Metroid games, and all the games that have sought to emulate that style or do something new with it. This is my favorite of all of those that I've ever experienced. This game is amazing and wonderful and just fills my heart with joy. Except for those few times where I was screaming and crying. And what's in my sinuses? I don't know what's been in the air recently. Breathe, Blight, breathe. But yeah, except for those times where I was just screaming and crying and just wanting it to end. But we got past those parts. And we succeeded and we triumphed, and just the satisfaction alone was something substantial to me, But easily I'm gonna say I'm gonna not play a game as difficult as this was again. Like, the first 15 minutes of this game is just like, oh, you're just exploring this world, coming to understand its intricacies. 40 or so hours in, you understand, oh, this world is sick, and we need to do what we can about it, and death is abound. Not just our death, but the deaths of others. 60 hours in, you come to understand that this game is not going to give you that easily. 120 hours in, you've lost your mind. 200 hours in, I'm certain it's by then you've pretty much done everything that you wanted to do in the game. And yeah. It's weird. It's weird that I'm not going to be playing Hollow Knight anymore after this. I've been playing this game since like June or July of last year. Again, I did not think that this series would actually extend into 2020, but these things happen. And now that it's over, we're gonna move on. So, I don't know what to say. I love this game. I love this game. I really do. I'm so glad that I finally sat down and played this game for you guys to see. And honestly, this series has done the best of any series on my channel. I'm not gonna lie. And it's difficult seeing it go. But once and for all, good night, Hollow Knight. Let's end on a high note.